This man, who I feel is a legend, has written over 500 short stories. That's what new media is about. We're about all ages, all cultures, all media. As you can see, we have an international art gallery outside. We had live performance earlier. He touches all ages, all cultures, all media. And so we proceeded to arrange to have the Legend Award. So unfortunately, he passed away. His daughter, obviously sends her regards. She's not in any shape or form to come. She knows about the award. She's very pleased with it.
It's true. I also, much like Ray, and this is about as far as the comparisons will go, I fell in love with comic books, and I do what I love to do. And I've written and drawn many comic books. I work in fantasy and in science fiction storytelling. But ultimately, the truth of any of the success of those things has everything to do with character and with true connection and with true communication. And this is what Ray was a master at. He was a master at communication. A lot of people think that the Fahrenheit 451 had so much to do with totalitarianism and book burning, but really at the core of that story was the idea that we, as consumers of information, there's many different ways to get it, and there's passive forms, and much what was happening also at that time period when he was writing that book was the advent of TV. And he was such a great lover and a great believer in books and in the idea of active consumption of information instead of passive consumption of information. And this is something that he carried over into all of his stories, and it's fitting for the New Media Festival.
I just want to say, I was so touched to be asked to be part of this, Ray, wherever you are, moment. But my very first film audition, movie for Hollywood, was 1966, and David O. Selznick brought me by the hand to Francois Truffaut to be seen for Fahrenheit 451. And I lost to Julie Christie, as you probably figured out. But that was my very first Hollywood movie audition, and it was terrifying and just absolutely mind-boggling to have Ray Bradbury, Francois Truffaut, introduced by David O. Selznick. But I got to meet Ray when I went to Canada to star in the 0 Hour, which was on the Ray Bradbury Theatre television. And I was so, humbled, and I got to tell him, but way back when I was 12 in 1953, I read Fahrenheit 451, and then I got to be seen for the movie in 1966, and then I got to meet Ray in 1992 and tell him how much he touched my life. And Ray, God bless you and your life. God bless your daughters, 4 daughters, 8 granddaughters, and may they receive this with the extraordinary celebration that we give up to you and your work, and how it's inspired, I'm sure, all of us. So, yeah.
A little surprise, just at the last second, Mr. Zack Snyder wanted to send a quote to us today for Ray, and I quote, "The reason Ray Bradbury endured with such relevance and longevity is because he not only used science fiction to create amazing and surreal other worlds, but more importantly, used those stories to shine a light on this one." So that's Zack Snyder. Now here's another quote that came in from someone else. "Kaleidoscope means observer of beautiful forms, and Ray did so all his life, from the awesome formations in the sky to the vast variety of characters on Earth. He was indeed a kaleidoscope." William Shatner. And last but not least, even though Ray was only in a brief moment of my life, he touched me deeply with his warmth, his kindness, and his loving spirit. I, as well as everyone here, shall miss him. Thank you, Ray.